Back for another episode of the poker vlog, the Embrace the Grind road trip. I originally planned to go from El Paso to Marfa, then on to Tulsa Hard Rock, but we called an audible and made a stop off in Midland, Kojak's Casino, where we crushed it again for a $35.80 profit in 5 hours of play. After staying the night at a friend's house in Midland, we had 2 days to make it to Tulsa for the Run Good poker event, so we decided to stop off in Dallas. Scott, a buddy that helps run my Hand History Facebook group, he hosted us at his house, which, by the way, we've been saving so much money on travel expenses as a result of all the hospitality from around the country.
I'ma give it all I got like 23, I stay on top, I do it like it's my last shot, we're grinding every day, ain't no other way.
Once arriving in Dallas, we quickly unpacked and immediately went to the Hideaway Club in Carrollton, Texas, where there was a packed house of 1-3 no limit going. The room was huge and comfortable, and I wasted no time getting in a game and bluffing in the very first orbit.
100.
We ended up with 10 high on the river and went for it after I sensed weakness from both my opponents.
I came here to bluff and have some fun.
After showing this bluff, I had a crazy hand against Austin. Up until this point, I've been very active pre-flop, and on this occasion, in a straddled pot, I elected to just call a raise with the ace-3 of diamonds. The flop came king jack 4 with 2 clubs and a diamond. Checks through, the turn is the 8 of diamonds, and I lead for $40. Austin, on the button, now raises me to 80. I think Austin has a strong holding here, and our price is really good, so I call hoping to spike a diamond, which is exactly what we do as the 7 of diamonds falls. We check. Austin bets 100.
To 400.
400's new bet. Hundreds are in. Could have just checked.
Could have just checked. You'll see it in like 2.5 weeks.
Calls.
No flush.
9-10. The nut flush.
You got very lucky there.
At this first table, we've definitely been playing on the loosey-goosey side, and shortly after this, we 3-bet aces and get 4-bet shoved on by Jack-9 of diamonds.
All in.
Oh,
Call.
I have aces.
Aces upon aces upon aces upon aces. Gross.
You want to run twice? So we can do that.
Yeah, sure. Run it
I have
twice.
red aces.
I offer to run it twice with the guy. He flops equity, turns some additional equity with a gutter ball and straight draw, and he actually makes a flush on the river. On the second board, we make top set and hold, so we actually chop the pot.
Yeah, you got that one.
I think we're going to lock this one up. We have a top set on the second board. Oh, luckily I said twice.
First time I've ever ran it twice too.
Really?
There are 6 tables running, and I want to play with everyone before the night is over, so I decided to pack it up and head on to my second table.
All right, what's up, guys? We are at Hideaway. Got some new friends over here. Say hi, everyone. What's up? Ran like absolute lava at this table, and there's 4 other games, so I'm gonna go hop in the next game.
This hand is a button straddle to $6. There's an open and early for 15, 1 caller in middle position, and we make it 90 in the cutoff with pocket kings.
I'm telling you, I just happened to see that he was playing in Midland, and then he said he's on his way to Tulsa, stopping in Dallas, and I was like, where on earth is stopping in Dallas?
You woke up.
Didn't realize that action skips over the button here, so when I see both players on my right fold, I start to muck my cards.
Oh shit! I thought he folded.
Button straddle.
3 red.
You didn't see my cards, right? Okay.
I was like, I'm about to make it long. Let's go.
I was like,
Oh,
I
God.
didn't think that you had cards.
Sorry.
Being kind of like,
That's what I was like, this is a vlog. I need a perfect vlog.
The button ends up making the call mentioning that he needs some help. On the flop, we continue for $50. Normally, I like a larger bet on this board texture, but I'm factoring in pre-flop speech play here and sizing down to get calls from all his weak holdings. When he decides to raise, I'm now regretting my small flop sizing. Since I bet so small, I think his raise can contain more bluffs. As a result, I'm now in a leveling war with myself. Is he raising because he senses weakness? I'm not sure. Regardless, I have kings and I unblock the flush draw. This is a must call. The turn is a 4 of hearts. We check and he now overbet rips it all in for $944.
All in.
This all-in play is 10 minutes after asking to take a photo with me. I know he watches the vlog, so there's that added element of leveling that I'm considering with myself.
You don't really seem like you're bluffing.
Against you? Why would I bluff against you?
And you're really confident right now.
Well, man, I have to be. I'm about to make the vlog if I lose this hand.
9. Wow, that's a lot of money.
Thank you. 944.
Man. Well, the good news is that you're going to be on the vlog no matter what.
Oh, gosh. That's a win. Oh, gosh. This is not going to be good. Camera's up.
Do I need to hold that?
Oh, man. You wanted to take a picture with me too. Wow.
What?
I got like all these levels going on in my head. I have a really tough decision. I'm actually supposed to call with this hand because you could have a king of diamonds, a queen of diamonds, you could have ace, jack of diamonds. I don't block any of the hands that you could have. Alright. I'm just gonna fold. I think I'm gonna fold.
You can slow. Can I show the camera without showing everyone else?
Yeah,
they're gonna see it anyway.
I watch the vlog.
wow. Nice hand.
Oh, you were taking a picture of him. How about you taking a picture for yourself? I'm like, oh, you're $25.
You almost got me to call it off to me.
We are now at our fourth table, up around $500 when we pick up pocket tens against Jeff Liu. Jeff is a good player and we're buddies, so I expect him to mix it up with me. In this hand, the button straddle is on and he opens in middle position for $20. We 3-bet the big blind to 90 and he calls, leaving himself with $320. This tells me that he has something. I don't see him calling a quarter of a stack with a speculative hand, so when the flop comes Jack 4-6 with 2 diamonds, I decide to check it over to him and he checks back. The turn is the perfect 10 and now it's time to go for some value. We bet 75.
So what's your minimum?
75?
Like if he had won a championship, would you say yeah? Or no?
One Super Bowl? Super Bowl doesn't automatically beat you.
I'm just wondering what your thoughts are. Longevity and consistent winning.
Jeff, did you just say all in?
I did say all in.
That's not a good move.
Oh, you have a set?
Yeah, I have a set.
Ah, 6 outs.
Oh,
No.
not due to
The tens.
maybe.
About 10 minutes later, Olga is in the house selling some Vibes hats and doing some filming when she walks up on this hand. $6 button straddle, early position makes it 20. We call the cutoff, button calls, and the big blind defense. 4 ways to the flop. When it checks to us, we bet really small, $25. We want to get value from all straight draws, all pairs, some overcard floats. Basically, when we bet small, our opponents can call with a lot of worse hands. Button calls, original raiser calls. The turn is the ace of hearts. If I want to continue to get value from worse, I'm going to have to size down. $50. Only the original raiser calls. The river comes the 5 of diamonds, and while most players will check here, I think my image is loose enough for me to get some thin value and a call from worse. I settle on 100. I'm hoping this size will elicit a math call from my opponent.
It just sucks with ace, 10 spades calls down.
Oh yeah, then I'm very
Thinking about calling in Queen Jack.
Yeah.
Voice for that.
Oh,
That was that Queen Jack.
Look, honey, look, honey.
Honey, I was supposed to go broke on that hand, honey.
Well, the camera is here, so I have to, go for the glory.
King Jack.
So we rack up after 6 hours of play, making over $1,000 in a 1-3 game. Thank you to everyone that came out. People brought me all kinds of gifts to help with the road trip and even presents for Calvin. It was a really fun atmosphere and they even had a photo booth. We are still running hot on the road, still way under budget on lodging. I'll be back next week from the Hard Rock in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I hope to see you in a poker room near you.
I'ma give it all I got, all I got. Like 23, I stay on top, stay on top. I do it like it's my last shot, my last shot. We grinding every day, ain't no other way.
What's up? Just arrived, Hard Rock, Tulsa.
We're in Chicago,
Cleveland, Ohio.
in New Jersey at this incredible house.